Okay. Recent reports from schools in Betua, Kribi, Makepe, Douala, and elsewhere have highlighted a troubling trend of students engaging in sexual misconduct, alcohol, and drug abuse that have sparked an intense national debate. Needless to say that these actions are in stark contrast to the president's image of the Cameroonian youth, which to him is glorious and dipped in moral rectitude and civic responsibility. We have also heard him talk of an exemplary youth, words and expressions that have all become the mainstay in the Chief Executive's February 11 Youth Day addresses. How could the country's youth cross this threshold of a moral crisis, this breach of public and school morality, when the head of state is currently focusing on them in the present 7-year mandate? How could they put to shame the man who has just dedicated 50 billion CFA francs for youth startup financing, offered the 102 billion CFA francs 3-year special youth plan, and the emergency plan for youth employment, plus dozens of other programs and projects? Without doubt, the various acts committed in these localities are increasingly being viewed as a direct insult to the sanctity of an educational institution, because the perpetrators usually have their uniforms on while performing the indecencies. Nothing could be more hurting, insulting, and cynical to a president who has always wanted the best for the leaders of tomorrow, whom he once described as a spearhead of the nation. Also, these acts are a clear testimony that parental oversight, the school and church have all failed to make any sense or instill morality into the country's young people. What then is the solution? Should the 1998 law on the orientation of education that restricted corporal punishment be put back to use? Would this return sanity to the school environment that has been rendered lawless? In a Youth Day week like this one, the country ought to be celebrating the best in our youth, their resilience, innovation, digital literacy, etc. In any case, as a pedagogue of the first order, President Paul Biya will not cease to push forward his goodwill messages to the youth to return to traditional Cameroonian values, engage in civic education, and to reject extremism and illegal migration. One thing is clear: if the energy of the youth is channeled constructively, as President Paul Biya always advocates, they can become the primary engine for the development of Cameroon.